I started an Etsy store selling rocks I found from my driveway because I saw people complaining about the economy on Reddit. I'm Alex Morian, and this is Hammer Strikes. I saw a post on Reddit the other day. Basically, people were saying that most Americans cannot go more than 8 weeks without income. And I think that's true. But those types of complaints really spawn one type of person, and it's not really all that productive. Okay, when I went to the thread, when I went to the comments, basically everybody was talking about how the economy is broken, and I'm not saying that the economy is not broken, but what I am saying is that ownership is a lot easier than people think. I mean, literally that day, I went home from work, found just some basic rocks in my driveway. I'm not talking fancy rocks, I'm not talking anything cool, nothing of actual value. I grabbed them, I cleaned them off, I took a picture of them, and I uploaded listings on Etsy. That was it. For less than a cup of coffee, now all of a sudden I own something. And I was able to sleep better at night knowing that I could wake up to passive income. There was a latent potential there where I could actually draw some revenue out of the market from selling these rocks that I very carefully cleaned and listed onto Etsy. Now, this is stupid, right? But I stepped into the arena, and for a lot of people, they don't even make it that far. There's a lot of potential in this market, and it's something that's worth exploring for many people. Okay, 44% of the United States GDP is from small businesses. And 45% of people employed in the United States are employed by small businesses. That's roughly half of the economy. That's massive. And you know what? It could be more. Things could become even more decentralized. And that would be a good thing. When I listed my driveway rocks on Etsy, I was entering into a marketplace that has 85 million potential buyers. And there's only 5.6 million active sellers on Etsy. Okay? That's a massive global marketplace that's just available at your fingertips for basically $0, okay? So if you're an artist or craftsman, if you have any kind of ability, you can put a product together and sell it on there. Okay, and if you're specifically some kind of graphic designer as well, you could make digital products, or you could go into print on demand and put your designs onto t-shirts, onto mugs, what have you. There are tutorials littered all over the internet on how to do this. Ownership is a choice. Okay? People can complain all they want, but it doesn't actually change the outcome. What changes the outcome is taking some agency over your life and trying to actually own something, even if it's small. The first step is stepping into the arena. The first step is deciding that you're actually going to try to own something. And once you do, let me tell you, you're going to be embarking on an education that is far more valuable than any college degree that you can get. even if you're not successful, the skills that you obtain learning how to actually build a product, ship it, market it, build a website, figure out what tooling is available for small businesses, all of those things are going to give you a heck of a lot more value than any college degree. And a small business owner will probably be more inclined to try to hire you if you tried to build something on your own and you developed those skills. Those skills are half the battle. The other half of the battle is delivering a product that has value. You have to actually make something that people want to buy. But a lot of value is subjective, okay? Consumers are weird. The internet's weird. If you have a really good story, people may be more inclined to buy your product. Some markets are oversaturated. But one thing that's certainly not oversaturated is putting yourself out there. Anybody can spin up an Instagram or TikTok or YouTube channel and put themselves out there and start telling their story. Okay, people buy stories. Sometimes that's all it takes. This doesn't just extend to Etsy and e-commerce. That's one of the lower barrier to entry small businesses. But I'll tell you, I met a guy the other day. He moved here from the United Kingdom. He didn't really have much. All he had was a minivan. Okay? And because he was from the UK, he basically started buying in bulk a bunch of UK goods. He spun up a website and he started selling things like British candy, British potato chips and snacks from his car. Okay? And he would drive around and deliver them to people. He owns a big warehouse now in the center of Orlando, and it has, he has a lot of businesses, including Disney, Publix, now buying his products and selling them in their stores. And he also has a small storefront for individual consumers. Okay, he had nothing. He just had a minivan. Okay, that's something, right? Not everybody has a minivan. But the point is, everybody listening to this has a skill set. Whether you're an artist, or an engineer, or a lawyer, or a doctor, everybody has a skill set that can be monetized in some capacity, where you can start building a product that has value. I'm Alex. This is Hammer Strikes. Go build something.